Here we go.
Welcome back, Dividend Stackers. This is the ULTY YOLO, where we track every move of YieldMax ULTY ETF, the dividends, the trades, the whole thing. Just a quick reminder, this is not financial advice. This is just what I am doing with my money inside of ULTY. Quick middle of the week check-in for all. ULTY just announced the next dividend at 0.0928 cents per share. That's the official number. For me personally, that needs about $74.24 added to my account, since now I am holding 800 shares after adding an additional $1,000 this week. Yes, you heard it. I added another $1,000. So dividends are flowing, the shares are stacking, and we had some big trade activity to look at. So here's my updated dashboard. Remember, all these are projected amounts at this point until the weekend numbers. The portfolio market value sitting at about $4,471. I've now invested a total of $4,505.24 out of pocket, and the total invested with dividends now comes out to $4,820.65. The dividends received lifetime is $313. And like I said earlier, for this week, I will be receiving $74.24. The true gain now stands at a negative 0.79%. And moving on to the margin here, this brings my margin now to $618.91. And now my buffer, according to Robinhood, is sitting at a comfortable 48.09%. I'm still keeping an eye on the maintenance ratio percentage, as Robinhood shows it at 25%. But like I said it in the weekend video, Robinhood moves this around quite a bit. So definitely keep an eye on that. So with that, we're still slightly in the red. Robinhood here showing a negative 5.84%, and that is $275.14. But today's return did receive $7.92, and that is, of course, at ULTY sitting at $5.59, which, of course, after the dividend drops here, will drop it down to about $5.50, where I will try to get that price with the dividend reinvestment. So with that, that would bring the portfolio to an unrealized P&L of about a negative 7.2%. But dividends are the equalizer here. That's why I'm tracking this experiment in real time. The more we reinvest, the more the snowball builds. Back to the dividends, YieldMax announced ULTY at 0.0928 cents per share. It's a little smaller than some in the past, but still meaningful when you look at it on an annualized yield basis, and more than last week for sure. And remember, these contributions swing depending on what ULTY's managers are doing with options premium. That's why watching their trades day to day is so important. It shows us how they're generating the cash to pay us. In a personal tie, like I mentioned, I did mirror that conviction. I dropped in an extra $1,000 on my own, plus reinvesting the dividends. That pushed me to over 813 shares total. So now every dividend announcement has that much more compounding and impact. That's why I call this the YOLO experiment. I'm showing you in real time what happens when you just let this strategy ride. Now here's a teaser. Now I'm still working on the formulas to make sure I'm giving you the accurate information. But this takes the information that YieldMax drops daily and simplifies it visually. And I'm still testing this out, y'all. Possibly adding daily bite-sized updates as either a post or a short video. That way you'll see ULTY's portfolio moves the same day they happen. So for example, on Tuesday 9/9, we saw a flip, a net premium inflow of $2.49 million. The next saw cash flow of $16 million and a price effect of $69 million there. They did add GME at 1.75 million shares, and Chewy at 500,000 shares, along with another 16.5 thousand shares of ELF. They did exit out of ASTS, trading about 3.4 million shares. So across both days, combined managers spent the premium, but positioned themselves for a big underlying price effect over $127 million. This weekend, we'll dig deeper into ULTY loading up on GME, Chewy, and ELF. What that can mean for future distributions. I'll also break down whether the trade activity can help us predict the next dividend after 9/19. And let me know, would that kind of daily breakdown be valuable to you, or do you prefer sticking to the big weekly recaps? And drop the feedback below. And I just wanted to share another milestone alert. We just hit 380 subscribers. I can't believe this. The community is still growing fast in a very short time. Thank you so much to every single one of you ULTY Dividend Stackers. We are officially still on the road to 500 subs and really building something special here. The transparency, the data, the stacking, That's what separates us. And before I close, a quick shout out to everyone who's already downloaded the ULTY YOLO spreadsheet. I really appreciate the support. It takes some time to build. I wanted to share it with the community. You don't have to, but if you like to track your own dividends and trade the same way I do, the link is in the description pin in the comments. Think of it as fueling the late night grind. I don't drink much coffee, but I do run on energy drinks. Your support keeps this experiment rolling. As always, none of this is financial advice. I'm just showing you my account and how ULTY works in real world. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe. Don't miss the weekend's update. ULTY YOLO out.